differentiation. Please guys, just try to look into the recordings that I once shared with you guys in your Teams chat, or you can just look into the recaps that are within your Teams chat where we are revising for the initial exam just to have that background of how to solve other questions. All right, because here I'm not taking like questions throughout the content that was covered. I'm just taking there and there, of which is something which we covered. All right. Okay, so let's look into differentiation. This will be our question 5. So we want to calculate the derivative of the function g of x equals to 4x minus 5x plus x squared when it's equals to 3. And this is 3 points. Okay, this is where you need to collect your free marks. Okay, so what is a derivative? A derivative is nothing but the rate of change of a particular function at a given point. Right. So in most cases, we use the first principle, right? The first principle to evaluate the rate of change or the slope or the gradient or the instantaneous rate of change of a function at a given point. So in this case, we are given a point there. So this implies that we are working on an instantaneous rate of change. So how are we going to evaluate the derivative of this polynomial function? Right, so I'm just going to have my g prime of x here. So we are going to try and look at the terms that we have there. So we have 3 terms there. The first term is a constant. Now you need to recall, what is the derivative of a constant? We know the derivative of a constant is nothing but 0. So we know that the derivative of that constant 4 there will just vanish to 0. Okay, then if we look into the second term, remember we have the power 1 here. So I'm just going to apply the normal power rule, which states that the derivative of a power function is nothing but taking the power, multiplying the coefficient of the variable, that will be n, then x to the power of n, then take away 1. So we're going to apply that here. So we're going to have our 1 multiplied by -5. That will be -5. Then if we subtract 1, this will go to x to the power of 0, and x to the power of 0, or any quantity raised to the power of 0, the answer is 1. So we don't really need to include that part here. Then the third term is x to the power of 2, so it's a power function. We can still apply the normal power rule there. So this will just be 2 by the coefficient, which is 1. So this will be 2x to the power of 2 minus 1, which is 1. So this is our derivative at any point x. Right. But the question, what they are looking for is the derivative of this function g when x is equals to 3. So it means that you are going to substitute this point on the derivative that you obtained. So this will then be -5 add by 2 into 3. Then this will then be -5 add by 6, which simplifies to what? Positive 1. And this is nothing but 3 marks. So we can give you a mark there for working out that, and we can give you a mark for substitution and a mark for your final answer there. And that will be the 3 marks there. Okay, it's a very simple question, right? Okay, I hope we are still breathing. So let's move to the next questions under differentiation.